Let's take a trip back in time for a second. Before your phone was basically your entire life in a pocket-sized rectangle, it was just a phone. Today, we're diving into the one piece of tech that changed all of that, 3G. This is the story of how our world really, truly went mobile.
I mean, seriously, try to remember it. There was a time when the coolest thing your phone could do was play a game of Snake. It was a tool for talking to people, and that was pretty much it. But oh boy, was that about to change.
You see, to really get why 3G was such a massive deal, we have to look at what came right before it. Welcome to the era of 2G, a time when mobile communication was all about one thing, the sound of your voice.
So what exactly was this 2G thing? Well, it was the second generation of mobile tech, and it kicked off in Finland way back in 1991. The whole system was built on a standard called GSM, that's Global System for Mobile Communication, and it's the tech that really let mobile phones start to become mainstream.
And 2G was a huge step up. It took us from those crackly, unreliable analog signals to nice, clear digital ones. It even encrypted our calls, which was great for privacy. And of course, it gave us the absolute magic of SMS text messaging. But at its heart, its main job was still just making sure your phone calls sounded great. But here's the thing. The world was starting to get antsy. Voice calls and simple texts were cool and all, but a brand new demand was starting to bubble up from everywhere. People wanted data, they wanted the internet, and 2G just wasn't built for that kind of speed. And that was the fundamental problem, right? The internet was exploding on our desktops, but our phones were totally stuck in the slow lane. We needed some kind of bridge that could connect that powerful little device in our hands to the massive world of the web. And that bridge, it had a name, 3G. Now, this wasn't just some minor update. No way. This was a flat-out revolutionary leap forward. It was the technology that was about to completely change what the word phone even meant. So as the third generation 3G started popping up around 1998, but it really hit its stride in the early 2000s, and its mission? Totally different from 2G's. From day one, the entire goal was speed. We're talking enough speed to finally unlock the mobile internet and all kinds of multimedia, right there in the palm of your hand. Just look at the difference here. The whole focus shifts. 2G, using GSM, was all about voice and SMS. But 3G, powered by a new tech called UMTS, was laser-focused on mobile internet and multimedia. This wasn't just a small evolution, it was a complete change in philosophy for what a mobile network should do. Now, a global revolution like this doesn't just happen by itself. It was built on a really complex set of technical blueprints, or standards, from international groups like the ITU. You can think of these as the official rulebook that let companies all over the world build their networks in a way that would actually work together.
Okay, so we know 3G was way faster, but how did it actually work? And more importantly, what did all that newfound power let us do that we could never do before?
All right, let's follow your data for a second. Your phone shoots a signal to the nearest cell tower. That tower then zips it over to a controller, which acts kind of like a traffic cop for the network. From there, it hits the core network, the real brains of the operation. And here's the genius part. The network was smart enough to split your voice calls from your internet data. That's how you could be talking on the phone and checking your email at the same time. That was a total game changer. And all that technical magic had a massive real-world consequence, because for the first time, we had a reliable data connection. And that meant developers could finally start building apps that weren't trapped on your computer. They could live on your phone. And what a world that was. Suddenly, you had real internet access wherever you went. You could make video calls to people halfway around the world. You could use GPS for directions without needing a whole separate device. You could even watch mobile TV. This wasn't just about making things a little easier. This was literally the birth of the mobile-first world we all live in. So yeah, today we've got 4G, we've got 5G, we've got what's next. But it is almost impossible to overstate just how important 3G was. It wasn't just another network upgrade. It was the foundation that our entire modern world is built on. It really was a pivotal moment. It completely changed our relationship with technology. The device in our pocket stopped being just something for talking. It became our map, our TV, our encyclopedia, our window to the entire planet. If there's one thing you take away from this, let it be this. Without 3G, there is no such thing as the modern smartphone, period. It was the vital bridge that connected all this powerful new hardware with the endless world of the internet. I mean, think about it.
No 3G means no Uber on the go, no Instagram, no real-time maps. It literally created the app ecosystem that we take completely for granted today.
Which, of course, leaves us with a pretty fascinating question to think about. 3G gave us access. 4G gave us the speed for high-def streaming. 5G is promising near-instant connections for a whole world of new devices.